items on the agenda, but all but Robert Burns we're going to defer the comments by the other people who requested until we get to those agenda items. So, Mr. Burns, you would like to speak?
Give me just
the
one.
reason we're deferring the others, and rather not Mr. Burns, because the others are by the parties involved in this particular issue. And we know who you are, but go ahead and identify yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am Robert Burns of the video blog Sound Off Louisiana. And I'm going to try to be as diplomatic as I can in what I'm going to deliver today, the comments I'm going to make. I'm making comments on the items 2 and 3, the WAE, and I'm going to be emphatic that I believe that item should be denied, and I'm going to state why. I have been bombarded, and I do mean bombarded, with statements about the hiring practices of LSP, the promotional practices of LSP. And specifically, and I know a lot of times people don't want to talk about this, but that's why I'm not part of the mainstream media. I'm going to talk about it. And that is the claim that there is being extreme preference being shown by the current colonel to minorities. And it's quite prevalent out there that perception is going on. I made a public records request to substantiate this. I want to commend Executive Director Hanneman as well as Ms. Gibbons, because I knew that it was going to take at least about 30 days to fulfill that request, and they worked diligently on it. It is my intent to establish a table that will link every single resignation and or retirement that has taken place with LSP since Colonel Davis was appointed. Also gotten all of the promotion documents. That's why it took 30 days. That takes some time to compile, but I'm making this presentation today very similar to what I did with regard to the cheating scandal. Giving an advanced heads up. Sorry. And I'm just putting it out there. The documents will show what the documents will show. I wouldn't want to have to repeat some of the commentary that has been provided to me with regard to those practices or the perception of those practices. Specifically commentary that Colonel Davis made at Troop F, followed by commentary that he made at Troop A. And I would think that probably, I hope that everyone is not so out of touch with what's going on at the field level at LSP that you would be unaware of that, because if so, that's shocking. I'm not prepared to directly accuse, but I'm telling you, that's the sentiment of an awful lot of folk. And I mean, Jason, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do a subsequent follow-up. I've been told there have been 10 more resignations just since you got me the material. So I'm sorry to put more work on you, but I'll be making the request for those 10. At least that's a lot less than previous. And I thank you again for your diligence. And is she back there? I don't know if Debbie's back there or not, but I only have one contact in. I know that was a lot of work, and I don't intend for it to go to waste. So I've given you the heads up. There were also 2 specific positions with regard to promotions that there was an enormous backlash in. And I will have those as well. So, in my opinion, continuing to come up here meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting and putting Band-Aids on an insidious cancer is not the solution. So I'm calling upon this body today to issue a denial and have the practices that are causing so many troopers to resign come to an end. I'm sorry again to have to deliver this message. It's not something I would want. I think I was equally diligent since 2017. Because if somebody says, well, why didn't you say anything about this kind of thing going on in the previous administrations? Since I have followed state police, which started in January 2017, I would challenge anyone to say that I have not come forward and divulged as much as I could, as much as I possibly can, about wrongdoings regarding the other race. And I stand behind that. I'm very proud to have done it. I apologize for nothing. But this is in fact going on. It's equally wrong to go in that direction. Two wrongs don't make a right. And if it is going on, and I've only looked at some of the documentation, I will admit to that, but this is coming from an awful lot of folk. So I've said it. I know it's a sensitive matter that a lot of times people just won't talk about. And perhaps the mainstream media never will. But maybe that's why I'm a blogger and why I don't hesitate to go ahead and bring this out. I apologize for the fact I've had to, but I think it would be remiss if that factor is not addressed. Because it is whether it's reality or not, it's a strong perception that's out there. And that specifically those comments made at Troop F, followed by the less, it had to be toned down to Troop A. So, and if I was able to be there and I had a recording of it, it would be great because I'd love to be able to play it. Unfortunately, I don't. So, with that, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate everyone's understanding. Thank you for not cutting me off because I wondered if that might happen. You know, just being honest, because not
I don't think you've ever seen us cut people off.
You have
because of the content of the message.
Thank you. That's what I meant. And I appreciate that. I was a little concerned that every time you bring up something that's really, really sensitive, it's a possibility. Thank you. Thank each of you for hearing me out, and I'll have more to report either way in coming days and weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burns.